Alright guys, it's Charlie Tango 1994 back with another YouTube video. And today we've got a Sapphire X2000 up in front of us. Now a couple of months back, I think back in October, I picked up a Sapphire X4000, and I said at the time that I'd not come across the Sapphire range of CBs before. There was a bit of a story with the 4000 in that when it came to me it was covered in crud. So I wasn't too impressed with it, mainly for that reason. But having given that one a clean up, it did operate pretty well, and it did have a good number of switches and dials on it. And this guy is sort of the smaller brother of it, I guess. And I only really picked it up because it is a Sapphire model and I wanted to review it for this channel. Add it to the other reviews that I've got. But since it arrived, and having had it plugged in for a couple of days, I have to say I'm getting on with it. It's smaller than the 4000 and a few less knobs and bells and whistles on it, but it's a very functional rig. Done some work on it over the last couple of days, just tidying it up and bits and pieces, and it's come out looking pretty good, and I have to say, I think anyway, quite an attractive rig. I do get on with the sort of black and chrome fascia. I do like the chrome dials on it, and although it hasn't got sort of all of the bells and whistles of the 4000, it has got some extra bits on it, most namely the RF gain, which does provide, you know, a better experience. Really, you get a better receive out of it, and for that, really, you know, it struck me as a decent rig. It is smaller than the 4000, and the other thing that's on my mind at the moment is, I know it's only February at the moment, but last year I didn't really get a lot of time because of work commitments. I had a couple of big projects on at work last year that kept me busy really over a lot of the weekends during the summer last year, so didn't really get out as much as I'd originally planned. So I am planning this year to do a little bit more out and about at the weekends, particularly Sundays, and I'm starting to think about the rigs that are going to be best to use for DX activations, running portable, and getting out into the country a little bit more. As I say, I've got quite a lot of plans to do a bit more of that this year, and a rig like this would be very suitable for that. It's not too big. I mean, it's not the most compact of rigs, but it's got the RF gain on it, which I think is something which would be useful when out and about, and you know, it could do the job pretty well. So although I'll probably end up passing this one on, getting it up on eBay and selling it on, this would be the kind of rig that I'd probably look to use. So let's talk you through the different controls and bits and pieces that it's got on it. So to start with, just one basic switch. We've got the PACB, you've got the volume, and then squelch, the RF gain as I mentioned, and then this one's got a an adjustable dim. Not a big thing on it, but one thing that is different to a lot of the dim controls that we've seen on other rigs, you can actually sort of dim it down to 0, which in terms of running it on battery, if I was going to take a rig like this out portable, you know, with the light fully down, I would expect it would save a little bit of battery power. So it is something, you know, one has to think about conserving as much power as possible when running off a battery, because I'm sure you can kill a battery pretty quickly if you're running things at full pelt. So, you know, an advantage there. And then overall, really, as I've mentioned a couple of times, just do find it a very attractive rig. It's got a swing needle signal meter on it, so good for sending radio reports and all of that sort of stuff. which with a lot of rigs that are sort of the ideal size to sling in a rucksack or whatever, a number of those compact rigs don't have a signal meter on, so bit of a disadvantage there. And you know, I keep saying it, but this would be a good one to take out. So probably not this one, as I say, it's going to have to go up on eBay. But if another one pops up and I've got spare money available, I might hold on to one. I've got a couple of other alternatives that I could use, but this is a suitable one for that sort of stuff. Not much more to say on it really, just that it's come with the original microphone, so Sapphire X2000 on the bottom there. It, as I say, didn't really register with me when I won the auction, but since I've had it in front of me, I have to say it appeals to me. In any case, this one will go up on eBay. I'll get a listing put together today. If anyone on the channel is interested in making a bid, I'll put a link in the description, and if you see this sort of within the first week of it being posted, then you're welcome to put a bid in. This is the Sapphire X2000, and I'll be back to you with another YouTube video soon. Cheers guys.